Today we're going to discuss the concept of ice sheets and why they are important. First, we must understand what ice sheets are and why we should care. Next, we will discuss how they influence the temperature and climate. So, what is an ice sheet? Ice sheets are large areas of land covered in ice. They're typically more than 50,000 square miles. Otherwise, they would just be polar ice caps. Ice sheets exist in two places, Antarctica and Greenland. We need to first understand how ice forms. Ice forms when water temperature drops below 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. When this happens, molecules change form from liquid to solid. In a solid, the molecules are more tightly packed together. As you know, turning the freezer off will result in ice melting. The warmer the freezer gets, the faster the ice will melt, causing more to melt. The faster ice melts, the warmer the surrounding area becomes, leading to more ice melting. This effect is called the chaos theory. During chaos theory, one small change can result in multiple effects at a greater magnitude. When ice melts, it turns into water, which increases the sea level. Also, when water gets hot, it tends to expand. This results in stronger storms due to more water vapor, causing storms to become more powerful. Higher sea level can also cause coastal environments to become inhabitable, thus flooding beaches and low elevation cities. Also, it is important to note that ice reflects a lot of heat from the sun, whereas opposed to water, which absorbs more heat, causing more heat from the sun to be absorbed onto the surface. The amount of sunlight reflected over the incoming sunlight is called the albedo number. The albedo of snow or ice is about 60 to 90%, whereas the albedo of water is only 5 to 10%. In other words, water absorbs 9 times more heat than ice does. This is why the rate of warming significantly increases with every square kilometers of ice lost. In recent years, Greenland has had increased amounts of melting recorded, as it has increased by about 16% when compared to 1979. Just in 2006, 239 cubic kilometers of ice was lost, with the average amount lost 109 cubic kilometers per year. As ice melts, the ocean level rises as well as the water temperature goes up. According to IPCC, sea levels will rise 1 to 5 meters by the end of 2099 if melting continues. If the entire ice sheet were to melt, sea levels would rise by 7 meters or 21 feet, flooding most American coastal regions. Whether this melting is caused by human activity or from natural climate change, this can be debatable. Many argue that the increase in greenhouse gases which aid in warming is due to increased human activity. The amount of methane in the atmosphere has rose from 800 parts per billion to 1800 parts per billion in the year 2000. This is on track with when the Industrial Revolution began in the late 1800s and coal began to be burned. Burning of coals releases CO2 and methane into the environment, which tends to hold a lot of heat. Methane contributes to 25% of global warming and stays in the atmosphere for 10 years. It is important to understand the global effect of ice sheets melting and how it contributes to more ice melting so that we can do something to stop it before it's too late.